What is up, everyone? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans. We're going to read through the chat really quick. Or read through the schedule, and then we're going to read through the chat, make sure everything's running. Please take a second to hit that like button. The more likes we get in a short period of time, the more people the algorithm will bring into the chat to come and hang out with us and see what's going on. So please take a second to hit that like button and let me know how you're doing. We're going to hit with the old intro. Why not? Why not? So I'll be starting off today with a video titled, "The Left Pretend to Be the Party for Women, although they cannot identify what a woman is." We'll be starting off with that. Then we have a video titled, "Doocy asks KJP, why doesn't old man Walter trust Hyena Harris to lead debt limit negotiations?" I didn't realize Peter Doocy was going to be at the press briefing yesterday that they did in Hiroshima, Japan. It was trash, though. I had intentions of covering it. They started early. It was hard to listen to, and then all of a sudden, when the reporters started asking questions, you couldn't hear what they were saying. So I was like, nah, it's not worth it. And then my apologies for not playing the game. I had some technical difficulties going on, and by the time I got stuff straightened out, we only had 40 minutes to play, and I was like, we'll just hold off till Saturday. Anyways, after that, we have a video titled, "Protesters Opposing G7 Summit Demonstrate in Hiroshima, Japan." And then we have a video titled, "Watch Your Step, Old Man Walter Struggles with Stairs Again." That's his biggest foes, falling up and down stairs. I've never seen a person who could do both. It's usually one or the other, but this guy, he's just above and beyond. You know, he's the man in charge. Can't make it up or downstairs without a little slip and tripping going on. Then we have a video titled, "Fetterman Feinstein Face Increasing Questions About Health," because there's a bunch of old people over on Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill's just over-glorified old folks' home. And then we'll be wrapping up things today with a video titled, "New Atlanta Ride-Sharing App Offers Armed Drivers for Protection." Why not? Why not? Sounds like a good way to make some cash in today's world. Offer some security, because the world is lacking right now. It's a dangerous place. I didn't set up the other page. Give me a second here. It looks like the Jeff Mac live channel is shadow banned. Interesting. Either way. Alright, what's up, everyone on YouTube? What's up, Sly Dog? You were first today. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Shanti? What's up, Neener Knows? What's up, Tim? What's up, Diane? What's up, JT3? What's up, WMM? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Robert Jr.? What's up, Tim Mack? What's up, Ohio Kyle? What's up, Anthony? Appreciate you guys being here. I don't know why I'm talking with a lisp. All of a sudden, I got a speech impediment. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. What's up, Eagles RC? What's up, Lefty Lucy? What's up, Eric? What's up, Paul? What's up, Daryl? What's up, Debacles? Happy freedom, you guys. Guy Dub, ban those assault stairs already. I'm saying, I'm saying, old man Walter, he should have like one of those escalators, because he's falling up and down the stairs every time he gets in and out of the plane. Now, the stairs he fell down, I thought was going to be, the plane stairs, whatever those are called. No, it's just regular stairs, part of their sidewalk or whatever they got, wherever he was for the G7 deal. I'll show you. We'll actually see it twice. We got the video itself, and then the next video afterward shows a clip of that video. So it's worth it so much that we get to see it twice. Let's see. Ohio Kyle, the joke presented itself every time old man Walter steps out of the house. What's up, Lone Wolf? What's up, Ryan? Happy Freedom. Let's see. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Eagles RC, too much Diablo sauce. Yeah. Give me that lisp. Got a little impediment going on. That's all right. Let's see. Christian. No, that's not my last name, but that's interesting. No, my last name actually starts with Mac. It's not MC. Yes. What's up, Snooks? Happy Freedom. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Lefty Lucy says, Ohio Kyle, I can take a joke, but not a dem. There's quite a few people like that in the chat. They're softies are hard to deal with. They are. Let's see. G-Gab, he was in Japan for G7. Yep, that's what I said. What's up, Nuts? Happy Freedom. What's up, Crack Shot? Everybody getting here. Make sure you rack up them likes, you hooligans. I apparently didn't post this here. A little keyboard ASMR for you hooligans. Thank you so much, Tia, for continuing the membership program for 27 months. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're so awesome. Tia Mary, probably. Let's see. What am I doing? All right, just a second. You guys got to do the thing. The thing. Come on, man. Normally I do this while you guys are waiting for me to get on the screen. I forgot. And then I just wrote, I forgot. Happy Saturday, you hooligans. There we go. Do the thing. What's up, everyone on Jeff Mac Live YouTube channel? Happy Freedom on the secret channel. What's up, everyone on Twitch? Happy Freedom, hooligans. What's up, Two Ruby Shoes? What's up, Tom? Appreciate you guys being here. What's up, everyone on Kick? Nope, somebody followed me on Kick. How'd that happen? We're at 30. If we hit 75, I can get monetized. I mean, I don't know what that's going to do because nobody watches on Kick, but it's just a goal. Guys, it's good to have goals. Gotta have goals. Something to look forward to. Like putting on fresh underwear, right? It's always good to have goals. What's up, everyone on Odyssey? Happy Freedom. Where's everybody at? Is it because it's Saturday? Or is it because everyone's not used to me going live on time? What's up, everyone on Rumble? What's up, Serum? What's up, Power Girl? Happy Freedom. About to go cut the lawn, Serum. Does that mean you're breaking down weed, or you actually gotta go like mow the grass? Is it nice there? It's kind of nice here. It was gloomy earlier. It's sunny out now. It's only supposed to be up 65. I might actually go outside and touch some grass. We'll see how it goes. Feeling spunky today. I can't talk, but I'm happy to be here. It's gonna be one of those days. I'd rather have a funny day than a bad day, though. Any day. What's up, Sagittarius Dad? Happy Freedom. Appreciate you being here. I think we're good to get her started. Go Fies. Who you is? I'm is the Hooligan King. You know that? Ask the chat. See all the badges in the chat? They'll let you know. What's up, Easy? Alright. We're going to get her started here. Very first one. The left pretends to be the party for women.
Now, the left pretends to be the party of women. Because they push out messages like, believe all women. They talk about girl power. And who could forget Hillary's slogan back in 2016, "I'm with her"? But they're not really with women. They can't even define what a woman is. In fact, they're totally stumped by the question.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No. I'm not a biologist.
Can you please define for me, what is a woman?
Our focus at the department is to provide equal access to students, including students who are LGBTQ.
So you're not going to answer my question.
We want a specific definition of what a woman is.
Did you want a legal definition?
Well, for them, Dylan Mulvaney and the men featured in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, well, they epitomize what modern womanhood should be. But in the end, really, this is all political. Because if you don't agree with them on every issue, on every key left-wing issue, then they're not with you and they're never going to celebrate you. Consider what Politico just wrote about Ron DeSantis' wife, Casey. This was just days, of course, before he's expected to enter the presidential race. They write, "She's neither the fawning caricature she's made out to be, nor a Shakespearean villain. She might well be a bit of both. She can also accentuate, even exacerbate, her husband's hubris and his paranoia and his vaulting ambition, because those are all traits that they share." Wait, what happened to all that girl power? You know, she's a mom, she's a cancer survivor, she's a, former, female professional in the media business. They must have used all their celebratory language up on Jill Biden. A couple of headlines over
on Jill Biden.
The same publication, by the way, that just trashed Casey DeSantis. Jill Biden, the ultimate secret Santa. Jill Biden, untraditional, unapologetic. How Jill Biden helped Joe get to yes on running for re-election at 80. She is the not-so-secret weapon behind her husband. Oh, and if that didn't take you to the vomitorium, here's more.
Joe Biden's number one advisor and cheerleader, his wife, Jill Biden.
President Biden's closest advisor and confidant.
Not just the first lady, but a close friend and advisor.
Dr. Biden, the hope ambassador, if you will.
Oh, that's right, Dr. Biden.
The hope ambassador. Come on, man.
I wonder why Casey DeSantis didn't get that same treatment, or even Melania Trump. They hated Melania. The left doesn't support women. They never will. They support women who toe the liberal line. And if you stray, if you're truly an independent thinker, you're going to have your female card revoked. And they'll probably just toss it over to Mulvaney. All right, before we go, a little update on a story we brought you this week about homeless vets being displaced from hotels so that illegals could move in. Turns out the group behind the claim made it up. We have no clue as to why anyone would do such a thing, but we'll bring you any updates should they come.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Oh, everything is misinformation now. I hate that they even invented the word misinformation. What a bunch of nonsense. Yep, they can't tell what a woman is. So stupid. And then the way they talk about Jill Handler. Jill Handler is nobody special. Talking it up for no reason. Let's see, reading through the chat. Spirit Dr. Jill started off as a nanny. Yep, until old man Walter's wife kicked the bucket. And then she got promoted. She got promoted from nanny to the caretaker. Now she's just the woman that rides old man Walter. Jesus loves us. I like Salt. What is President Jill up to these days? Oh, I'm sure she's still leading around the old ghoul that's masquerading as the guy in charge. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, Annette. Turbo Goat, we need a purge. We do. We do. The thing is most of these people are so old, they're going to work their way out. You can't live forever. I still can't believe the whole what is a woman thing. They know what a woman is when they're trying to pretend to be one. What's up, Mike, thank you so much for joining the membership program and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shelly Shells, for continuing the membership program. You're officially a hooligan. Thank you so much, Shelly Shells. Let's see. Brandon, what is up is down. Wait. Up is down, down is up. Yeah, what's what? I'm telling you, I'm having this day. When everything that's right is wrong and what's wrong is right, that's when you know you're in the end of times. We're right there. We're right there. What's up, Patriots Arc? Happy freedom. It's true. It's true, Patriots Arc. Yeah, they don't even know what bathroom to use. What's up, Captain Safety? Yo. I did so much chicken bacon before I started. There's no way. There's no way. I think I did too much. It's a war on women. It is. They don't want to talk about that, though. And where's all the women's rights activists? How come they don't care about what's going on? I don't understand. What's up, Dharma Agent? I saw a protest in Michigan earlier. Really? Where? I'll have to look into it. I didn't see anything. I will have to look for it. It must be over on the east side. There ain't a whole lot of protesting goes off on the west side. What's up, Birdie2 tweet? Happy freedom. What's up, Edward? He was making a joke. That name is from the White Collar TV show. I don't know what that is. Thanks for pointing it out, though. Not up to date with, popular TV shows and whatnot. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. Thank you so much, Tumbleweed, for continuing the membership program for 10 months. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. Reading through the chat. Brad, it's on the national desk. Let me see. Let me take a gander. Oh, yeah. There's a little protest going on. I see some Orange Eagle flags out here. Michiganders hold sidewalk protest calling for FBI to comply with House Committee. Well, that's something. I'll let you guys take a little peek. We're not going to cover this because there's not enough people there, but this is what's going on here in Michigan. Somewhere, according to those tall buildings, it could be Grand Rapids. Maybe it's inside Detroit. Those buildings look a little too big to be Muskegon. Somewhere here in Michigan. Ooh, that's an older flag. That's an older flag right there. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'll keep this pulled over to the side. Keep an eye on it just in case things get spicy. I don't think there's enough people there for that to happen, but you never know. You never know. What's up, Grateful Ed? Bizarro World, yeah. 'Tis. Hey, I appreciate you, Snooks. Thanks for sharing it out. Glad you made it back safely. What's up, Wet Blanket? What's up, Brad? Thanks for letting me know where it was, Brad. Brandon, it's 89 degrees here and raining. Oh, man, I bet it's hot and sticky there. Humidity kills me. Yeah, I wonder where it's taking place. It doesn't... Maybe it says it in the description. I don't know. They got a bunch of links and stuff in the description. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it is. There isn't any big cities near me, so it's not that close to me, wherever it is. Robert, Lauren Boebert got divorced today. Did she now? So you're saying there's a chance. There's a lot of hooligans that are kind of fond of Boebert. Ohio Kyle, YouTube is my TV source. 800 plus channels I follow. Yeah, I don't really watch a whole lot of regular TV. I can't stand all the politics in TV. That's all I see. It's like I can't even just enjoy a movie or anything because all I see and hear is politics influencing all of that content being created. Go Fies, Michigan turned blue. Only in the big cities. Only in the big cities. Everywhere else it's red. Like even the schools that are nearby, I've called principals and school boards and stuff to see if they were pushing CRT or queer theory or any of that stuff, so I could go over there and stick a camera in their face and ask them questions, but they're not doing that. They refuse to, and if they catch teachers doing it, they're getting rid of them. No rainbow flags in the school, nothing like that. You might even catch a couple teachers with the Orange Eagle t-shirts on. So yeah, it's conservative everywhere, but where the big cities are, pretty much everywhere, but where there's crack, where you have drug addicts and stuff like that. That's the only place where it's blue, is where the drug addicts are. Other than that, it's not blue anywhere else. Mike, that's not Lansing. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know it's a big city though. Just by those, you don't see those buildings anywhere else. We don't have a whole lot of big cities. A lot of small towns in Michigan. What's up, Flowers? Thanks for being here. Guy Dub, keeping it pulled over to the side. Isn't that what women do? I mean, depends how loose they are. Ohio Kyle, I can marry her now. Bobert's available. You gotta shoot your shot. It doesn't hurt to ask. You should write her on Twitter right now. Hit her up and be like, hey girl. Let her know you're interested. Tumbleweed, it's in front of the FBI building in Detroit. Thank you for letting me know, Tumbleweed. We got to the bottom of it. Let's see. What's up, Joe? Happy freedom. Yeah, Shelly Shells. There's none of that weird stuff over here where I live. I'm sure it's in Michigan somewhere, but not where I live. I called all the school boards and stuff. I have friends that got kids and all that, and they were concerned about it. And they're like, yo, you know how to look into this? And I was like, yeah, let me make some calls. And I asked them a lot of questions over the phone and stuff, and they're like, no, we don't want none of that stuff here. Although I don't know if they're getting to the point where kids can read and do math, but as long as they're not making them pledge allegiance to rainbow flags, that'll be fine with me. Brandon, that's how Nevada is. The whole state is red except for Clark County, which is Vegas, so it turns the whole state blue. Yeah, that's what happens here. Muskegon's blue. Lansing, I think, is blue because that's all college kids. I don't think anybody even lives in Lansing. Detroit is blue. Grand Rapids is blue. Kazoo is blue. But everywhere else is red. Let's see. Debacles. When I went to Michigan last month, the weed stores were advertising 20% off for teachers, firefighters, and police. Yes. Yep. As much as conservatives don't like weed because they consider weed a drug if they've never tried it or whatever, the whole deal that goes with it. But the people that run the dispensaries, they're real cool with everybody that creates structure here in Michigan because they don't want crime. They have high price merchandise. Although it's just weed and concentrates and stuff like that, it can be expensive, and so they have product that they don't want to lose. How are you going to find weed? Somebody comes in, holds everybody at gunpoint, steals all your weed and your stuff and leave. What are you going to do? You're going to just file for bankruptcy? You're going to let your business go down the tubes? Because it's not like the police are going to go out there and find your bag of weed. They're not going to. But they definitely support everything that creates structure. There's lots of stuff. Veterans, they support veterans. They support people with disabilities. They support officers, firefighters, first responders, teachers, all that stuff. Which is interesting because I don't think cops can smoke. There's cops here that get in trouble all the time for making weed butter and stuff. It's happened a lot. They get fired and stuff for it, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Edward Bobert lives near me. I'm on the way. Let us know how it goes. Robert, you got dibs on Bobert? You're gonna be fighting. You got some competition out there. Let's see. Ohio Kyle, the devil's lettuce is the best. Ojibwe. Grand Rapids will be blue. There's Satanists there. Yeah, Grand Rapids is blue. If I said it was red, no, it's blue. That's the very first live I ever did was riots in Grand Rapids for George Floyd. It didn't happen anywhere else in the state until weeks later. Grand Rapids is definitely blue. Nuts. Bert is in a relationship with John Fawett. I don't know how to say it. I can't say anybody's last name. Former worship leader at Bethel. Like Bethel in California? I haven't heard Bethel in a long time. Grateful Lad, I'd be down to grow some, but it's illegal in my state. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't rescheduled it federally. The only reason they don't is because they make money both ways. And this used to be really common here in Michigan. It's kind of died down a little bit from what I've noticed. People would get into it legally. They would, learn the law and all that, and then they'd start growing at their house or whatever. But then they'll fly the military helicopters over once or twice a week, especially in the middle of the summer, because there's a lot of fields here. There's corn. People grow corn and pumpkins and asparagus and all kinds of stuff like that. And a lot of times in the middle of the cornfields, they'll have big grow ops because you can't see it from the road. And so the military choppers will fly over really low, big black helicopters and missiles hanging off of them and stuff. And they're radaring. They're recording using thermal scans. And anything that lights up blue, they take it back, they have it analyzed, and if there's big blue spots and they're not long pine trees, they'll go raid the house. They'll come in with helicopters. They'll either land the helicopter in your yard, or they will disperse agents from the helicopter. They'll kick your doors in. They'll kick your windows in. They'll throw flashbangs at you. They'll pull you and your kids out of the house at gunpoint. They'll have you all in the front yard, on your knees, hands on your head, being arrested. You all get incarcerated. Kids go to foster care. They seize everything in your house. You go to court, and then they go, "Nah, it looks like what you were doing was legal, so we're going to let you go." But then they keep all your stuff. They don't have to give you your stuff back ever. They don't have to. It's either our law or it's federal law. But if they confiscate your stuff during a raid, they keep it. And a lot of times they'll sell it at auction to make money. So then they'll let you go for not doing any wrongdoing. But they make money from you buying equipment to grow. They make money off you buying stuff from the dispensary. And then they make money from raiding your house, incarcerating you. Attorneys make money from you, having to hire them to defend you in court when you weren't even doing anything wrong. And it's money for everyone but you, and it's great for everyone but you. And so that was a big thing here for a while. But I haven't heard of people getting raided in probably a year or so. I mean, it might be happening, but I haven't noticed anything in a while. That's the only reason why I don't think they make it federally legal. Let's see. Ohio Kyle, the first responders, they have to see some messed up stuff. They need their weed. Oh, I agree. They do have to see messed up stuff. GQ, I live in Pennsylvania. It's too bad the Amish and Mennonite people don't vote. I didn't know they didn't vote. Why don't they vote? Is it like a religious thing? What's up, St. Louis? I appreciate you being here. Nuts, it's in Redding, California. Yeah, Bethel has those big concerts and stuff, I think. If that's the right place I'm thinking of, they have big concerts. There's a lot of Christian music that comes out of Bethel. Weird, Suzette. I don't know anything about that John guy. Sean Fawett is married, so John is relative, maybe? I don't know anything about those people. I barely know Bert. I just know her from her Pro 2A campaigns. What's up, Trigger Crazy? There's my favorite bigot. Happy freedom. Thank you so much, Maybe Sunshine, for continuing the membership program for 27 months. You're officially a hooligan, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Grateful Ed, yeah, we call it green corn around here. That's a good one. That's a good one. When I was younger, we used to hear about secret grows before it was legal in any kind of form here. And we would try to go in people's cornfields to try and go to the center and see if they had grow ops there. And we didn't know anything. We were dumb teenagers. But there was one time that we were getting shot at. We were hearing people shooting through the cornfield because they spotted us coming in from the road. That was the last time I ever did that. What's up, Dave Vaughn? Happy freedom. Ojibwe. Yeah, they raided my wife's grandma's farm over sunflowers. Yeah, they were going ham. The last I heard of a big raid over weed, they threw a flashbang grenade through the window and it landed in a baby's crib, and when it went off it scalded the entire infant, and it was a big deal. It was like a really big deal, and that was the last big raid that I heard that was over weed. Snooks. Sean Fought. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but whatever. He's a singer of God. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why I can't ever remember the names of Christian singers. I think it's because a lot of their songs aren't theirs. You'll find Christian artists and they all sing the same songs because they don't copyright their music. GQ, weed is still a Schedule 1 narcotic per federal government. Yeah. Yep. What's up, Tara? Happy freedom. That's interesting, Dharma Agent. Yeah, I didn't know Amish and them didn't vote. I figured they would, but then I was starting to wonder, do they have exemptions? Do they have religious exemptions? Because if they weren't affected by laws and stuff, kind of like how, oh God, what do they call them now? Are they still called Native Americans, or is that not okay? I can't remember because there's so much political crap all the time. But they kind of have like a hands-off approach, so a lot of them don't worry about laws and stuff because they have their own laws. But I don't know much about Amish, except for if you're trying to get non-GMO grain and rice and stuff, that's where you want to go because they got the good stuff. They got the good stuff when it comes to food. Let's see. What's up, Craig? Happy freedom. Snooks, it's against their religion. I just figured they would vote just because laws affect their life, but that's what made me question maybe it doesn't. Maybe they have exemptions. What's up, Cheeky Chaps? Happy freedom. There's Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you so much for the 300 bits, Mr. Beansy Beans. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, and you gifted a sub. You're going all out, Mr. Beansy Beans. I appreciate you being here and all the support. What's up, Sir Leviticus? Happy freedom. What's up, Mom Bear? I wish I could go back in time to see the Woodstock Festival. It was probably super free. You know, more than it is now. Now you gotta probably show if you got the jab. Might have to wear a compliance cloth. Don't be too loud. Don't be too riot. Don't look at those titties over there. Things are restricted nowadays. But I bet it was wild. It was probably a lot of fun back then. What's up, Joe? Happy freedom. Appreciate you watching on Kick. What's up, Captain Seamus? What's up, Donna Sparks? Appreciate you guys being here. You hooligans crack me up. Trick Crazy, you're omnipresent. You're all over. What's going on with Rumble? You guys need to hit that like button on Rumble. If you see the like button, hit it. Hit it like it's going to fix our country. What's up, Foxy? Foxy, no one vetted kicking out vets before reporting on it. I question all of that stuff because we covered that video talking about how, I believe it was New York, there was a hotel, and they were saying that they removed veterans to give some border crossers a place to stay after they had only been there one day, after the veterans had only been at a spot to stay for a day. I don't know. It seems like they would look into that, or why cover it? Do they just make news off anything that anyone says? Do they just generate news there in the office and go, hey, we should write an article about some stuff that's not true? I don't know. I also wonder if maybe they got blowback. Maybe they got threatened. Maybe people were like, hey, we're going to, take your stuff down or whatever. We're going to stop funding you if you keep telling on us for hurting veterans. That's going to make, people question things. So I don't know. What's up, JD3? Happy freedom. Serum, don't try brown acid. I've never seen it be a color before. I don't think I would try it. I appreciate the advice. What's up, Cassandra? Happy freedom. Good morning. I have to say DeSantis has such a pretty wife. I was wondering who that was. I didn't know who that woman was. I didn't know it was his wife. We're going to move on to this next video. It's titled Doocy asks KJP, why doesn't old man Walter trust VP Hyena Harris to lead the debt limit negotiations? Oh, because it starts with talking, and then next thing you know, she's on her knees and tugging at your zipper. That's why. That's not going to get anything done. Okay. Boom. Let's get her started.
So, the last time that we got this close to a debt ceiling default, President Obama deputized his vice president to lead the negotiations. Why doesn't President Biden trust Vice President Harris to lead these negotiations?
Well, I disagree with your the premise of your question. The president does. Well, let me.
She could be at the Capitol. Why isn't she?
The president entrusts the vice president, as we all know, as we have stated many times. She was in the meeting that with the congressional members that occurred very recently, right before the president left for Japan. She has been in regular conversations as well, and has been in conversations with the president. He has taken her consult and listened to her advice, as he always does on many issues. This is one of many issues, and so that has not changed. And I think you actually said something that is incredibly important. The president has been there before, right? He has dealt with these types of negotiations, these types of conversations before. He knows how this all works. This is not new to him, and this is why he is optimistic, and this is why these conversations are going to continue, and he's going to stay on top of them.
I didn't know they brought Doocy out to Japan. I didn't know. They got Peter Doocy out there in Japan. But as you could hear, like, the questions were so quiet. Peter's over there yelling over everyone to try and get a question not answered, because that's what KJP does. I like that Peter actually got a second to yell something out there, though, because there's been a couple times where we've covered the press briefing and she won't call on him. I'm not sure why they even did a press briefing from Japan. Just to emphasize that they're in Japan? I don't really know why they did that. Captain Seamus. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see. Everybody's saying that KJP was trying to poke my eyeball out in that dress, but I didn't see her with the headlights on. Tobaccolis, I heard they made mushrooms legal in Michigan. You can buy them at head shops, or do you have to grow your own? I think they're decriminalized. I'm not even sure that got passed. I know they were trying to, well, no, it must have got passed, because they decriminalized it, and then they did a mushroom festival. Where did they do it at? Somewhere down in the southern part of the state. Ann Arbor. I think it was in Ann Arbor, because they have a big weed festival there once a year also. And I think they did a mushroom festival right when it got decriminalized. But that stuff is really, really iffy. You get caught with mushrooms, it's like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Just like if you get caught with acid, every hit of acid you have is like a count of, I want to say manslaughter, but it's not. I can't remember what it's a big charge, though. It's a really big charge, because you're causing people to lose control of their mental ability. And so it's like 10 years prison. Every hit of acid you got. If you got mushrooms, it's like every gram you got is another charge. You go to prison the rest of your life having that stuff. So I don't know. I think it's decriminalized, but that's a fancy way of saying that if you get the right cop, they might look the other way. You get the wrong cop, they might shoot you in the face. You don't know. Like, you don't know. I know that I haven't seen an uptick in mushroom use, and I live out in the woods where most people do that kind of stuff. I don't know. And I know that if you grow them yourself, and I think this is nationwide, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but it's fine to grow them. It's fine to have them. But as soon as you pluck it, As soon as it's no longer connected to the surface of something, now it's like a federal crime. It's like a big deal. So I don't know. It's not quite legal here yet. Not as legal as it is over in Portland and stuff like that, where you can just be all strung out on the sidewalk and tripping your nuggets off. But I think they did decriminalize it here. I think it was last year when they did that. Yeah, Miss Jamie, it threw me off. The brown acid thing threw me off because I had to go back through the Rolodex there. I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen that. Grateful Ed, I had brown acid. I think it's fine. I don't know much about it. Polish. I've seen many different colors, never brown tabs. Yeah, I've always seen it like in sugar cubes or, like the little paper things. And anytime I've seen liquid, it's always been clear. J-Dog, Rumble is great. I think Rumble is going to be even better pretty soon. They're like back to back with the updates. They're doing promotion for Rumble Sports right now. They already got the slap crew, power slap or power clap or whatever it is, where they do the slapping competitions. Their whole deal is they have their own tab on Rumble, and that's sports. So they're trying to bring over more stuff. I think UFC has their own tab over there. So Rumble's constantly improving, and I think maybe by the end of summer, they may, as long as they keep doing these updates, they may be a real big competitor to YouTube. Right now, it's still kind of an underground thing. Only people who watch lives and see the censorship for what it is, those are the only people that actually know about Rumble. It's not exactly mainstream yet, but it may be by the end of summer if they take on sports, because there's a lot of people that watch sports. And if they go to Rumble and maybe they get to see behind the scenes and stuff, a lot more people will come to Rumble. And the bigger that audience is, the more people that will just MySpace YouTube. Thank you so much, Maybe Sunshine, for gifting 10 memberships over on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Let's see. Reading through the chat. What's up, Lion's Heart? Happy Freedom. What's up, Dallas? Rumble the World. Yeah, I see people posting on Twitter like hashtag Rumble Takeover and stuff like that. I don't know if that's ever been trending or anything, but people are trying. They're trying. Mrs. Jamie, the look on your face when you read that, it's priceless. Yeah, I tell you, my face is just, it's loud. My eyebrows are loud. It's like that. Go Fies. Oregon decriminalize all drugs. Yeah. Yep. Robert, legal in Washington. Appreciate you being here, Robert. What's up, Parabellum? What's up, Kimberly? Make sure you guys are thanking Snooks. Oh my God, you hold up. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Thank you so much, Snooks, for gifting 10 memberships over on YouTube. Thank you for everything you do, Snooks. I appreciate you. And Mike gifted 10 memberships over on YouTube. You guys are amazing. For any of you hooligans that are claiming these gifted memberships, make sure you thank these hooligans that are gifting them out, because that stuff is not free. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. What's up, Sheepdog? It has been a minute. Appreciate you being here. Gray names unite. You're starting to become the minority here. There's a lot of green names in the chat now. What's up, Mr. Average? Appreciate you being here. Happy Freedom. You guys are really outdoing yourselves. All right, just trying to read through the chat quickly. I've been telling you guys, I'm trying to balance out the talking and showing of news. I had someone tell me, like the talking and stuff, it's fine while we're live, but after we're not live, it's not that great. So I'm trying to balance it out, but I don't want to miss any of your guys' comments. What's up, Lefties? Happy Freedom. Trigger Crazy. Odyssey's pretty good too. I know, I like Odyssey. I don't think they come out with updates as often as Rumble is right now. I'm not sure why people don't try Odyssey more. I know it used to be buffering, but I don't think Odyssey has a problem with buffering anymore. Let's see. What's up, Amazing USA? Appreciate you being here. Amazing USA never admit that they're actually psilocybin mushrooms. They're for cooking or something. Yeah, I think when people get caught with this stuff, I think it's because they're tripping. I think that's the only way I would think, because officers don't know a whole lot. They worry more about being protected. They have test kits. I don't know if they can test if mushrooms are magic or not, but I can imagine if you're all whacked out of your skull and you see a cop and you're like, "What up, man?" Your eyeballs are all big and stuff. I imagine that's how people get busted. I don't know anybody that's been busted for that stuff. I just know it's a big charge if you do get busted. Sure, crazy. This is tea, not drugs, right? I mean, you could always just down the hatch. You might be whacked out, but I mean, you know, jail's boring anyways. What's up, Parkview? Appreciate you being here. Alright, so this next video is titled Protesters Opposing G7 Summit Demonstrating in Hiroshima, Japan. I was kind of surprised to see this, because I haven't really heard of people protesting in Japan. I'm just, not that they don't, I just am kind of uninformed. Just uninformed. I study Korean right now. South Korea, everything South Korea. I've watched TV shows and I'm learning the language and everything. If you learn Korean, then you know half of Chinese, because Koreans used to speak Chinese. And so I can read Hangul, I can read and write Hangul, which is their alphabet, but I don't know enough of their language. Once I learn it, then I'll be able to learn Chinese. Once I learn Chinese, it'll be easier to learn Japanese, and I'd like to learn all three. But at this point, I don't know a whole lot about Japan. I think they're saying stand up, fight back, but I'm not sure. I don't know. They're upset about the G7 summit. I don't know any more than that. It's nice to hear some new chants. They even had their little drum line going. They were getting it. You guys are cracking me up, though. I can't repeat half of what I'm seeing in the chat, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Faber J, they got good rhythm. I know, they're out there getting it. Ohio Kyle Mushroom Tea hits a whole lot different. It comes on a little less intense, and I feel like it lasts a little longer, but what do I know? Thank you so much, Wicked Way, for the $10 donation. I appreciate you. Thank you. Awesome. Let's see. Go-Fi's. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about what sparked the protests. They're mad, though. They should be mad that their country smells like doo-doo right now, because old man Walter's over there just messing everything up. What's up, enter username? What's up, Ruben? Appreciate you guys being here. Lots of green names in the chat now. It's so awesome. Kevin, that's so bad. That's so bad. It's funny, but it's naughty. Yes. GQ, they even got Japanese all stirred up. I know. Alright, Snooks, thanks for letting me know. I've never, I guess I have had hibachi before. I don't know, Chinese always sounds good. I try to cook Chinese food, or whatever, I don't know, whatever's politically correct. Asian food, like twice a week. I'd like to cook it every day, but it's very tedious. To make anything you see at Asian buffet, it's like 2-hour preparation and all of that. I like it feels rewarding when you get done, though. You go through all the trouble of making it, you make it, and then it actually turns out good. And you look at the clock and it's been 2.5 hours you've been doing this. But it is like rewarding. It's like you have that sense of accomplishment. It takes a lot though to make Asian food. Ohio Kyle, that actually got flagged. That's funny. I'm not sure why they flagged it. Maybe they thought you were spamming. They thought maybe you were typing in random stuff in the chat. Jeff Richards, we nuked them. Maybe that had something to do with it. Yeah. What I think is interesting is that they didn't bring that up. That they're in Hiroshima and people haven't really been mentioning that a whole lot. They don't want to talk about that. When I was dating that Canadian girl, she used to bring that up all the time. She'd be like, yeah, but you guys did that one thing. Because I would be talking bad about what happened in Germany, you know, during World War II and stuff. And I'm like, that's terrible. She's like, what do you mean? What about what you did in Hiroshima? And I'm like, what about that? We ain't worried about that. What about that? We were bringing up old stuff. What are you doing that? She's like, yeah, but that's like a dark mark on your guys' record. When people think of America, they think of what you did in Hiroshima. I'm like, yeah, come on now. You can't hold that against us. You better get over that. Let's see. Miss Jamie, no, I seen the message. I haven't got a chance to check my messages, though. I read the description. I know there was horses on the other side of that notification, though. I'm going to check it after the live. Thank you so much, Enter Username, for that $5 donation. And I appreciate you. Thank you. You hooligans. Go Fies. I don't think they really eat cats over there. I don't think that's a real thing. Klaus Daniels, where's he at? He's going to be in hiding now. It's always worried. Enter username. My Chinese food is American made. Yeah. I don't know. Spock. America. Yes, we will nuke you. We will glass your country if you hold your oil from us. Suzette, there's a worldwide protest today against the World Economic Forum, the Great Reset. Interesting. Today at noon, it's like 2:30 here in Vegas. What time is it in Vegas? Hold on. Time in Vegas. Ka-chow. Oh, it's 11:16. So in 45 minutes, there's supposed to be a protest going on. I will keep an eye out for it. Thank you for letting me know, Suzette. GQ, I used to love going to Benihana. I don't see him around anymore. I've never been there. Never been there. I think they got hibachi at Asian Buffet, but there's a place called Kazumi's in Muskegon. It's so good, but it is so expensive. Like, it is so expensive. It's hard to go there and not spend $100. That's where I went for my birthday last year. Not this. I can't remember where I went this year. Must have been a good time if I can't remember. That's where I went last year, though. And I bought a bottle of sake from them. It cost me like $35. It was worth it, though. It was good stuff. Kim, it's all Jeff's fault. I know. I know. Thank you so much, Wicked Ways, for that $20 donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. You're so awesome. Kim, I'm sure Canadians didn't do bad things in World War II. Well, I don't want to get into it because somebody got mad last time I said this, but the girl that I was dating tried to tell me that if it wasn't for Canada, we'd all be speaking German right now. And that's not what I was taught in school. And then we always argued about this, so it's kind of a sensitive subject for me. Lots of arguments over this subject here, but yeah. She told me that 10 Canadians went out there on horseback and won the war, basically. And she believed this. I thought she was lying to me. And I was like, what do you mean? America's the one that won that war. No, she did not believe that at all. She's like, no, it was Canada that did it. I was like, they might have helped. But no, it was America that won that war. And last time I talked about this, somebody got mad over on Twitch. So I don't know. That's all I got to say about it. Faber J, too much sake. You cannot have too much sake. I've never thrown up sake, though. And I imagine that would be like throwing up peroxide. because that's kind of what it tastes like. It kind of tastes like somewhere between peroxide and rubbing alcohol, and I imagine throwing it up is no good. No bueno. Let's see. Eagle, I think Canada participated in World War II. I believe they did. They supported our troops as, like, we all went over there. We all went over there together. But I don't think it was like, it wasn't the way that she had described it. Yeah, Suzette, I'm going to look for it after the live. After we get through all these videos, I'll look for this worldwide protest. A lot of times that stuff doesn't kick off, though. There's been a lot of worldwide protests that were supposed to happen that just never ever came through. Kevin, Canadians are nice until they're not. It's because Canadians don't have guns. And that means they got to throw hands. Or, you know, pull knives out and stuff. Canadians are tough. Canadians are tough. They don't have the luxury of being like, hey, buddy, I'll shoot you in the face. No, you're going to throw hands right there. And a lot of times, from what I've seen, Canadian police officers are kind of reasonable to a certain degree. They were prior to the plague and stuff. I seen in the paper one time there was a guy naked on a lighthouse, did a couple front flips into the water. Police got involved. They went to go find him. They said he had got on shore and he had ran away, and they decided not to pursue him. They just let him go. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, because here in America, they'd have pulled out the sniper rifle and hit him like it was war zone from the water. He'd have just ate dirt, and they would have called him a terrorist and put his face all over the news. I was like, wow, the Canadian police are reasonable. That's awesome. But no, Canadians are tough. That's why they throw hands in hockey. That was another thing that we would talk about is when they show hockey here in America, if they start throwing hands, they go to commercials. But in Canada, that's the only reason they watch hockey, is to watch them throw hands. And so, yeah, over there, they actually let you see the fight. Over here, you must have to pay for pay-per-view or go there yourself and watch it in person. But, yeah, Canadians are tough. They're tough. No doubt about it. It's the maple syrup. The maple syrup makes them tough. Yep. Let's see. Mr. Average. The whole being nice stereotype is BS. Yeah, I've met some rude Canadians, but I don't hold them against them. I figure it's just like everything else in the world. You got good guys, you got bad guys. Can't let it speak for all of them. I'm reading through the chat, waiting to see all the hate. So far, no hate. There's always one, at least. Eric, you forgot the slingshots. I don't know much about slingshots. Brandon, 44,000 Canadians died in World War II and 405,000 Americans died. All I know is it was terrible. I don't know much else. Kevin, you crack me up. Sure, crazy. I had to pass your comment. You should write YouTube and let them know that you're Canadian and you have the right to say F Canada if you want to. That's your country. And her username, Chinese Army is hanging out in Canada, just saying they went to Canada to train for winter combat so they could learn to fight in harsh winter conditions. And the Prime Minister, Trudeau, had signed an agreement that if there was a country that was trying to invade America, as long as they kept Canada out of it, they would be allowed to go through Canada to invade America from the north. And so when the Chinese got to Canada for their training drills, a lot of people were on alert about that to see if China was going to try and invade us through the north. Through Michigan is one of the sources of how they're going to try and enter through the border there, through the UP. And if they do, they'll come down 31, which is near where I am and stuff. So a lot of people were on alert about that, but it's been like over a year now. I think a lot of people forgot that there's Chinese military there. What's up, Roy? Happy Freedom. Thanks for being here. Ghost, you crack me up. Sure crazy there's Chinese police stations in my city. We got Chinese police stations here too. That stuff is no good. I don't know why that's allowed to happen. I don't understand it. Yeah, Mr. Beansy Beans. I don't know anyone that likes Trudeau. I don't know anyone that does. What's up, AIM? Happy Freedom. So reading through the chats before we move on to this next video here. Yeah, if you guys don't know, over on Kick, they got a lot of Pepe frog like emojis like built right into the system. Kick is interesting. If you haven't gone and looked at Kick, you should definitely check it out. It's free. It's exactly like Twitch, but without all the censorship. Jab, over 40,000 died in World War II. I'll give them some respect for their service. Yeah, I'm not I'm not hating on Canadians or anything like that. Like there's a lot of Canadian hooligans and stuff. I'm not hating on Canadians. If anybody thought that, like, we're all just joking. Don't get it bent out of shape. We're all just joking. Alright, we're going to move on to this next video here. It's titled, Watch Your Step. Old Man Walter struggling with stairs again. This is a really short clip. We're going to go into this, and then we're going to move right into the next one. The next one is titled, Fetterman Feinstein. Why does it say Feinstein face? Interesting. Anyways, increasing questions about health. So we're going to go back to back. The first video is only 29 seconds and the next one's 7 minutes. But it all has to do with Capitol Hill just being an over-glorified old folks home. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. One more time, just because it was so good. All right, we're gonna get right into this next video here. Those dang assault stairs, they'll get you. They'll jump out there and get you. Hard life, hard life. Like I said, we're gonna run right into this next video here. They'll show that clip again, but it was too good not to have a replay.
He's on fire!
Questions are starting to mount within Democratic circles over the mental fitness of some big-name party leaders. We just saw Joe Biden stumble down the stairs to greet G7 leaders in Japan. But scenes like this aren't new. We've seen our 80-year-old president look confused and off balance far too many times. And Biden's not the only Democrat whose recent behavior has caused concern. A new op-ed in National Review points out that the Democrats have a growing cognitive problem. One of the other Democrats mentioned in that piece is Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. We're now learning that Fetterman's office is doctoring his quotes on the Senate floor to make him sound more coherent, including this comment from yesterday.
The entire GOP debt ceiling negotiation is a sad charade. And that's exactly what's wrong in Washington. We're playing with the livelihoods of millions just so the GOP can just turn the screws against hungry Americans. This is the whole reason why the 14th Amendment exists. We need to be prepared to be using it. Again, remember, say that again. We must be prepared in order to use it.
California Senator Dianne Feinstein is another Democrat getting attention. The 89-year-old's health has been in question after a months-long absence from Capitol Hill. Feinstein's office said at the time that she was dealing with a case of shingles, but they've since confirmed that the senator was also dealing with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome and encephalitis. California Democrat Katie Porter is running for her Senate seat and says it's time for a change.
I do think that the Senate and our country needs to look forward and think about how are we going to address these issues going forward. We're going to have more people who are absent. We are going to have more people who fall sick. We are going to have more senators who age, given the age of the body. I think we do need to have some policies like every other workplace in America to think about what are you going to do when someone becomes infirm, either for the short term or the long term.
And I think the question remains, Tommy, that for those on the left that kept arguing that any type of questioning was irredeemably cruel, well, it seems like they've joined that body, and I think it points to the question simply being neutral.
Right. Well, and it's also important to know that some people have some aspirations to take some seats here. So I think that probably also comes into play. But this should not be a partisan issue, right? You should be able to serve the constituents that you were elected to serve. And if you're unable to do that, the noble thing to do would be to step down with grace and resign with grace. Allow somebody else to fill that position. Allow somebody else to represent your constituents. Even if it's not a way that I want them to be represented as a Republican, it doesn't matter. These people deserve to have somebody that can be there, that can do the job. So we have to talk about this with some sensitivity. We know that we all have aging people in our lives. We feel horribly watching them age, but you shouldn't be in a position where you're letting your constituents down. You're not doing your job. I also think, well, I'm sure we'll have this discussion, but when it comes to Dianne Feinstein, this is a pioneer, right? Someone that deserves the utmost respect, has built a legacy. And to me, the fact that Nancy Pelosi may be propping her up because she wants Adam Schiff in that position is disgusting to me, quite frankly.
You know, I was looking back at, you look at FDR, who died in office in his early 60s, right? And then I looked at Ronald Reagan's farewell speech, and I looked at the Berlin Wall speech, which he gave when he was 76 years old. And later on, we learned that he was struggling with some health issues later on in his presidency. But when you look at those speeches and you look at that farewell speech, he was very sharp at least he was able to, have the strength to function and do that job in that way and create some of those truly memorable historic moments and speeches. I think this is such an across the aisle issue. Every one of us, when we were just watching those clips of John Fetterman, it makes you uncomfortable. You feel bad for this man. I recently ran into him in Washington, introduced myself, said hello. He was very disoriented. It is apparent in everything that he does. Bernie Sanders is looking at his shoes, The other gentleman on the right-hand side of the screen is like, I think I have some in my pocket. They're uncomfortable. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, maybe there is some way to have some kind of very neutral medical group that says when there's a situation like this, we have to do some kind of evaluation that cannot have any context of politics at all, and maybe put forward a report. This person is or isn't able to serve in their job. But I think Katie Porter makes a great point. If any one of us wasn't able to function in our job, it would be, there would be a discussion. I'm sorry, you can't do this anymore. Yeah.
So my concern with, it's a great idea where you have sort of a neutral medical body, but that's going to get weaponized somehow, right? I mean, everything always gets weaponized. The only answer here really for the age issue, and it'd be impossible to do. I mean, half our country can't even agree what a woman is a constitutional amendment. I mean, when you go back to 1787, people weren't living until 80, 90 years old.
But some people are sharp as a tack at 94.
Right, but
and some people are not at 78.
You have to have an objective measure or else you allow for weaponization. That's the only thing that I can say safely is going to create an objective measure where it cannot be abused by the government.
Yeah. And some reporting on it would also be helpful. I mean, we covered this here at Fox. We just did a whole segment on it. The American people are clearly interested. We've seen in polling that they question the abilities of Joe Biden going forward. But I just wonder why we don't see the same level of apocalyptic headlines on this issue. I mean, my former boss, Trump, when I worked there, he had a hydroplane down a ramp. It was slippery. And you'll remember the New York Times headline, Trump's halting walk down ramp raises new health questions. The president also appeared to have trouble raising a glass of water. No, he raised plenty of glasses of water. That was never an issue. That's patently absurd. CNN even ran a whole segment as to whether he was scared of stairs. But Biden stumbles down the stairs today. And look, I stumble down the stairs. I'm not suggesting that that's indicative of a health issue, but where's the apoplectic headlines? They just don't exist in the way that they did for a Republican.
That's right. And I think about, too, the circles that surround these people who are clearly unwilling or unable, perhaps in their disorientation, to release that power. Where are the confidants and the counselors that say behind closed doors, it's time? Because if the media doesn't have
family members even.
Exactly. If the media is not covering it, how do voters know, and how do voters have a choice when there's no term limits or people have this, again, refusal to relinquish? Hey, everyone, I'm Emily. Catch me and my co-host.
Yep, Capitol Hill is just an overglorified old folks home. All these elderly people up there running the country into the ground, and then they talk about how they feel bad for those people. I don't feel bad for those people. They're there enough to lie to everyone. They must be there enough to know that they should step down. They should let somebody else fill the seat, that they're not capable of doing the job correctly. But they don't. Fetterman knows that he's incapacitated majority of the time. He doesn't step down, though. And the people around these individuals, they benefit. They benefit from Fetterman and Feinstein and all these people being in the position that they're in. So they want to encourage them to keep doing it. Yep, keep going out there making that money and keep lying. It's no good. Let's see. Mike, I don't know. Maybe you might be able to find somebody on Gilded. Go to Gilded. There's a lot of hooligans in there. I recommend a hooligan. Let's see. What's up, hair juicer? What do you got? You got something to drink? You got the goods, do you? I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Mojag. After listening to what Fetterman said a couple of times, I understood what he meant. But it is still a very simple concept, not Senate level at all. He is damaged, not up to the job. See, and they know that, but they just want him to be there because he's going to do what he's told. He's going to sign whatever they tell him to sign. It's no good. It's no good. Kim, he can't step down, but he stumbles quite well. They all do. Liberty's local. People are obsessed with polls, ban polls, polls lie. Yeah, that stuff is nonsense. I don't believe any of that. When they're like, well, the polls say, well, what do you mean? I was never asked. I'm a part of America. You can get my opinion on the poll. And I don't know anybody that's ever been asked any of these questions for any of these polls that they always show on the news. I don't believe any of the polls. It's just a talking point for them to try and influence other individuals because humans are really simple. People want to like what other people like. That's the whole reason that social media has like buttons. And you say to yourself, well, I don't care what other people like. That's what you think on a small scale, but on a major scale, if you see a video has 1 million likes, you're like, wow, I have to check this out. Let me see what everybody's all really liking about this video. It's because it has a lot of influence. So they do the same thing when they're talking on the news. And they're just, oh, well, the polls say this, that, and the other. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's see. Blue Crow, can we watch old man Walter fall off the bike again? Oh, I'm sure we could find it really quick. It's good for morale. Oh, let's see. Just adding this in. Just spur of the moment here. Why not? Why not? He was happy to be here. He loves taking trips. Loves it. Can't get enough of it. Spock. Fetterman looks like the creeper from Scooby-Doo. Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't really fit the bill. I kind of like having non-traditional people run for these political positions, because when you do the same thing over and over again but expect different results, it's insanity. So throwing in some unorthodox individuals into politics to see, you stir it up and see what you come out with. But Fetterman would be better as a linebacker than using what's supposedly in his noggin. So I don't know. I don't know about Fetterman. What's up, Chad? Happy freedom. Wait, old man Walter, he falls upstairs and downstairs. He's ambidextrous. Yeah, that's we'll go with that. He's ambidextrous. Sheepdog never gets old, I know. I love it. I'm saying it's good for morale. If you're ever feeling down, just go and watch a clip of old man Walter taking a spill on a bike. It'd be interesting to see what the country would be like if everybody was fit for the job. We need term limits for Congress, and we need age limits for all of these positions. And I've seen a few hooligans discussing different ages and stuff. I think 70 should be the cap. I don't think we should have anyone older than 70 in any of these political positions. I think after 70, you should just retire. Why wouldn't you want to retire? Why wouldn't you want to go and spend time with your family or your kids or whatever? I don't know. After 70, I don't know why they would. I understand why they want to do it. It's because they make all this money legally and illegally. But outside of that, if they got their money taken away, they wouldn't want to do the job, because they don't care about doing the job. They don't care about being good at their job. They care about lying to everyone, getting away with it, so they can get that dopamine dump because they're so much smarter than everybody and they're clever. But then they also make all that money legally and illegally. So it's not about the job. They should get paid what minimum wage is. That's what they should do. And then see how they feel about everything. They would make life better because it would raise the minimum. And then everybody would, be minimum or up, right? Lower class, middle class, upper class, or whatever I don't know what the top is. I'll never be there. But I don't know. They get paid too much money. And that's all they got. They just got dollar signs in their eyes. They don't care about doing the job correctly. Spock, he's a sterophobe. He's afraid of those stairs. He tries to conquer them. I've seen someone say the bagpipes were distracting. He was focusing on these stairs. He's like, man, the cameras are on me. I gotta do this right. And then he still stumbled. He's like, the goddamn MAGA Republicans. Went out there and said it. He's like, it's the Ultra MAGA group. That's who did it. They set these stairs up. We need to ban the assault stairs. Brandon, the old people gotta go. Yeah. It would be interesting to have younger, capable leaders. It would be interesting to see where the country would be. Blue Crow, I'm pretty sure Feinstein's arm fell off just sitting there. She looks rough. She looks real rough. Like, I don't know why she would want to even come back to work. Grateful Ed, I give him till 75. Yeah, it's just after that. I mean, what are you really bringing to the table at that point? You're telling me that there isn't somebody in their 50s, 40s, 60s even capable of doing the job? Like, after 70, it's just relax. Just take her easy. Let someone else run the country. What's up, Bubba? Happy freedom. How did the closing stuff go with Mrs. Lake's trial? I know that was going on, but I didn't see how it ended. I know they did like closing statements or something like that yesterday. kabuki. It'll be ran by AI in 20 years. That's probably true. That's probably true. Eventually, our government will just be a computer. Wade, Old Man Walter says, stairs are the greatest threat to this country is currently facing. It's the biggest threat to our democracy. A flight of stairs. My southern accent always starts leaning towards Bill Clinton. I don't know why. Every time I pull out some southern accent, the more I do it, it goes from George Bush to Bill Clinton. I don't know why that is. Birdman, why'd I get an email saying someone gifted me one? What are you talking? Oh, you probably were gifted a membership, but you're on the Jeff Mac Live YouTube channel, not the Jeff Mac. You're on the secret channel. That's why it's not monetized yet. That's why we got it, so we can work on it to get it to the monetized point, and that way if something happens, we'll be able to just, run to the secret channel. But yeah, if you go to the regular Jeff Mac channel, your name probably has a badge next to it if you received an email like that. Mr. Beansy Beans, next, you want to play some saxophone? Right, add it right in there. A little light jazz. Old Man Walter has jazz playing in his head all day. He's in outer space most of the time. Eagle. I think it has to do with people's upbringing. I don't think it necessarily is. It's hard to explain. Everybody feels differently about it. Yeah, because I think the divorce rate is at like 60% or 70% or something like that right now. Like, there's a huge divorce rate in America. Most people get married, get divorced. But I don't know. I think when you get older, it's nice to have companionship, and it's nice to show your commitment through something that takes a lot of work, right? It takes a lot of work to, it doesn't take a lot of work to go to the clerk's office and get a $20 piece of paper saying you're married. But to get your family involved and show your commitment to each other means a lot to people who care about that. But everybody feels different about being married. Birdmain, if you got the notification today, I don't know if you got the notification. It probably wasn't from today. But either way, I appreciate you being here. Just reading through the chats really quick. For those of you who don't know, we're live on 9 platforms. So if I miss your comment, I'm not purposely ignoring you. You got to tag my name so I know that you're talking to me and not one of the other hooligans in the chat. Grateful Ed, deepfake Old Man Walter doesn't have any earlobes. What's interesting is cloned Old Man Walter that we deal with right now, he has one attached earlobe and one hanging earlobe. So depending on which side of his head you're looking at, it like tricks what you're looking for. And I think they did that on purpose, because everyone kept pointing out the ears. They were like, yo, that's a thing you can't change. It's, that's a genetic thing. And so the new guy, he's got one of each. I'm like, oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. These guys play chess in 4 dimension. So, yeah, it's interesting. I keep a close eye on that stuff. Bryce, I have a truck repair bill coming up at $650. That's rough stuff. What are you getting fixed? Bryce, what would you do with $1,200? Why, are we getting more stimulus? I still can't believe that we even got stimulus that we didn't have to pay back. Nobody's fault says Old Man Walter probably hears polka music. Probably. I think the same thing, Advanced Basher. I think the same exact thing. I think everybody that gets in office is controlled by someone else that's got some sort of leverage over them. That's why there's lobbyists. The lobbyists and the politicians, they get together, they switch positions, they launder money between each other, and through these relationships, that's how things get passed. Bry's car repairs are expensive, almost went bankrupt. Yeah. If you got a nice car, you could do advertisement. And then when you fix your car, you can have it as a tax write-off because you need it for business. What's up, Bloopy? Happy freedom. Grateful Ed says, buy some lead. Grateful Ed, if you run a business, there you go. There's your slogan. Get you some business cars. Grateful Ed says, buy some lead. And then, yeah, and then you can run a Dunham's or something, sell some ammo. It's a good thing I'm out here giving you free business ideas. Consultation's usually $100 an hour. Just giving you free ideas here. Birdman, it's got to be for the other channel because the Jeff Mac Live channel is not monetized. So there's no memberships, there's no super chats, super stickers, there's no ads. Well, there might be ads, but I don't get paid for the ads on that channel. Cassandra, China beats America when it comes to divorce rates. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know they were allowed to get divorced. Poor Chinese people got to deal with their government. Debacles, you got it, bud. That's how it goes. Every day. Every day. Alright, we're going to move ahead to this next video here. This is our last video of the day. How long will we run today? An hour and a half. It'll be almost 2 hours or so by the time we get to the end of things. So this last video is titled, New Atlanta Ride-Sharing App Offers Armed Drivers for Protection. I think this is a good idea. I don't know how many people are going to need it, but it's a good marketing deal. The world's a dangerous place. If you could travel armed without having to go through the requirements for getting a permit and all that, why not? Why not? I think it's definitely good for marketing. Oh, I'll have to flip the video. At one point they show a firearm. I can't show it on YouTube Live. So if you see the screen flicker, that's why.
Maybe it was just a matter of time with some of the concerns about crime here in Atlanta.
You can now hire a driver who is armed to take you where you need to go. Atlanta News First reporter Amanda Rose took a ride in Atlanta's newest ride-sharing service that offers...
That woman looks weird.
You don't typically see a bulletproof vest in the trunk of someone's car.
We're about security and safety at all times.
But Atlanta's Gary King Brown isn't an ordinary driver. He's also a private investigator and an experienced bodyguard for celebrities and politicians. And now he wants you to feel what it's like to have executive protection.
Who are mostly on the news getting killed, getting robbed, getting raped? The average person. What I'm creating is a necessary evil. It's a necessity.
Brown's new ride-sharing app called Black Wolf lets you request a driver who is armed. The app, which launched just last week, already has 79,000 downloads and viral TikToks.
If your mom is worried about you, guess what? I can send her a link. Your mom can live track me, and she can live stream you in my vehicle.
Brown says he and his drivers are legally armed with experience in the military, law enforcement, or private security. They go through background checks, and they're trained to de-escalate potentially dangerous situations.
We're not here to fight anybody. We're not here to draw guns. Even though it says armed, again, we're trained not to do that.
The base price for an armed driver is $60 or $50 if they're unarmed. And then you pay about $1.75 a mile after that.
Everyone deserves to feel safe.
Jacqueline Eccles will gladly pay it. Her Black Wolf driver escorted her home late at night from the airport.
I just feel like there's been too many incidents on different platforms.
I'm catering to the people who see this as a value, who want to take their life seriously.
Armed or not, the service is only available right now across greater Atlanta. In Buckhead, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
Well, what do you hooligans think about that? An armed Uber driver. Maybe that's a little offensive to their app, but More or less, that's what they are. I think it has potential. I think it's interesting that this guy was a bodyguard for MTG a time or two. Crack shot, a luxury for the rich. Well, it's $60. So, I mean, not ultra rich. $60. I don't know how much people pay for Uber and stuff like that. I've never rode public transit of any kind, so I don't know how much people pay, but $60 it would be riding with a bodyguard till you get home or wherever you're going. Dharma agent would be nice if it was cheaper, but it's a great idea. I think it has potential. I mean, I feel like you're in more danger being in line at a Walmart or, you know, walking down the street in a big city than you are in a vehicle. I don't see a whole lot with people in vehicles having issues, but it does happen from time to time. So, I mean, that's why I say it's good for marketing. People don't feel safe. They need a ride home. They're dealing with a stranger. So you would think that would be offsetting. You have a stranger picking you up who's armed, but not everybody knows how to handle a firearm. Most people aren't. I don't want to say most. Some people are not licensed to carry firearms. So, I mean, it's a way to have protection if you can afford it. For a peace of mind, at least. Science Work says, it sounds like it's not a back and forth ride to work. Yeah, I imagine it's like traveling from the airport or, you know, going to a business meeting or something like that. I don't think necessarily everyone has a use for it. But, you know, if you want to feel safe and you think that'd make you feel safe and you got $60 to do it, then, you know, I don't know. I think it's good for marketing and branding, though, just because a lot of people don't feel safe. And so they might see that and they might choose that over Uber, or they might choose that over Lyft or whatever else is out there. Sure, crazy. Is that 50 Cent? I thought he kind of looked like Meek Mills a little bit. Jeff Richards, been watching your lives for a while. Thanks for the content. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Jeff Richards. Thanks for sticking with us. Hey, thanks, Tara. Solid Ragu, one arm or two. That little piece he had on him, I couldn't show you guys, but it looked like it might have been a... trying to think what it's called. Not a seg. I can't think of what the word is. A sig. What, I don't know what the full name is. I can't think what it is, but that's what it looked like he had on him. At first I thought it was a Hellcat. I thought he had a Springfield Armory Hellcat, but yeah, I don't know. Eric, he said that they're all former vets and armed security. Yeah. Copious haze, there's a lot of road rage in Atlanta. I bet. I hate driving through Atlanta. They drive way too fast. It's like 70 or 75 there, but everybody drives 90 and they all got like Mercedes and Lexuses and stuff. Eric, they're vetted. Yeah. Sure, crazy. That'd be great if you just robbed a store. You're like, yo, I need your services. Come pick me up. Robert, I want to call a cab like in the animated movie Heavy Metal. That's so awesome. I actually just watched Heavy Metal a couple months ago. I think it's either on Netflix or it's on Hulu. I heard they were going to make another Heavy Metal movie, but I bet it'd be nowhere as good as the first one or the second one. The first one, I think, is better than the second one. Dominic. Speed limits are for the poor. Yeah. Laws in general are for the poor. Mike, same. A lot of people here open carry in West Michigan, in these little towns over where I live. You see a lot of people open carrying. Dominic, heavy metal is a gem. It is. Not everybody's seen that, but it's something. 6 hour. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, 6 hour. That's what it looked like to me. I can't show you guys, but I will have the link in the description shortly after we're done being live. So if you guys want to go back and check it out for the gun enthusiasts, you can see what he's rocking on his hip. Edward, I had to hire a limo service to take me home 12 miles. It was $250. No taxis or Uber in the area. That's rough. $250 for 12 miles. You could have walked it. I mean, it would have took you all day, though, and if you have stuff with you, it wouldn't have been worth it, but I don't know. I'm really big on walking. I can walk a lot. And a lot of times if I'm stressed, I could walk for days. Walking 12 hours straight, something like that is no big deal to me. I have a lot of stress. I don't know why. Pay-as-you-go policing. Yeah, more or less. Well, they said it's $60 to get them to come pick you up, and then it's like $1.75 every mile after that. So, I mean, I guess you do got to have some money set aside if you're going to be doing things like that, or you know you got money in the bank there. Yeah, Dominic, that's how I actually watched. That's what got me to watch heavy metal just shortly ago. I was watching South Park, and I think it was the Cheesin' episode where Kenny's having the cat spray him in the face, and he's like tripping his nuggets off, and then it shows like the heavy metal intro with the car that's in space and all that, the spaceman, and it shows like Kenny in the passenger seat, and I seen that and I was like, yo, I'm about to watch heavy metal. So after I watched the episode, I watched heavy metal, and it was good stuff. I'm telling you, I only watch old stuff. I don't watch new stuff because I don't know old politics. I didn't know anything about politics until 2020, and so I can watch old TV and not see all the politics in it because I don't know what was happening back then, like politically. Dharma agent, if you walk, you won't be strutting that ass. Oh, I will. I strut in my boots. I'm always marching around. A lot of times if I see people I know, they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. They're like, well, you look like you're going somewhere. I'm like, I am. And they're like, why? You going to tune somebody up? No, just you walk with purpose. I march wherever I go. I'll be out there strutting. Let's see. Mr. Average, oh yeah, I almost forgot about that episode. That's like one of the best ones. Kenny out there cheesing it. He's like addicted to it. Jeff Richards, I walk every day. Yeah, I do quite a bit of walking when I can. I don't like it when it's really cold or really hot outside, but if it's like right around 65, I'd be out there all day. I don't know. It helps my thoughts. When I'm here in the house, I pace. When I wear my smartwatch, which I don't wear all the time, but I wear it if I'm going to the grocery store and stuff because it connects with my phone. This is a Tick Watch Pro Ultra 3 something or other. I don't know. It was like $350. But I use it when I'm out away from the house because it has my to-do list on it, so I can program stuff on my phone. And then when I go into Walmart, because they're always eyeballing me, I don't want to put my hands in my pockets because it looks like I'm sticking stuff in my pockets. I can just check my watch and see what is on my grocery list and whatnot. But it also counts my steps, and when I'm here in the house, it goes by your movement, but it also goes by GPS to see if you're actually traveling. So you can't just sit there and shake the watch and hit the tachometer or whatever it is. But I do an average between 10,000 and 14,000 steps in my living room every day. Every day I do that because I pace so much. But if I can go outside, I put it down. I'll be lucky if I don't wear a hole in the floor. Sometimes it's so much that Klaus tries to stop me. He'll come up and he'll start doing this stuff to make me sit down because I'm stressing him out. I gotta walk. I walk and talk and fidget. I'm always sitting here doing this too during the live. What's up, Impreza? Let's see. Can I get a tardy slip? You're late. I already marked you as absent. I appreciate you being here, Impreza. MD Siron, oh my god, with the cat farts. Enter username BLM. Revenue dropped 88% in 2022. It's safer out there now. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Wicked Ways tuning America. Yeah. Keeping everybody in line. I'm telling you, I'm out there strutting. Dharma agent, no. I don't know what the meme is. I'm not one of the cool kids. I'm just grifting that I'm one of the cool kids. That's what I think every time people are like, you're grifting. I'm like, I work way too hard to be grifting. I'm not out here grifting, son. You ain't watching enough. You need to come back and watch more Jeff Mac live. I'm not out here grifting. Oh, let me check, Snooks. Is it Mike from the chat or is it bots? Oh, he's some softy. Well, Mr. Mike, I'm actually live on 9 different platforms right now. So, sorry you missed that out, but since you want to post dumb shit in my chat, you're getting kicked, bud. Catching that ban hammer. That's too bad. It's too bad. Do. Oh, interesting. I can do all kinds of stuff. I didn't even know I could do this. Dang, you've been flagged, so now if you go to anyone else's chat, you'll be flagged there too. Good job, bud. Yeah, you should watch who you're dealing with. Shouldn't walk up on strangers and be shitty to them. They might just have enough power to mess your life up. Be nice to everyone. That's today's message. Be nice to everyone. Even if they're stupid. Anyways. Well, that was all I had for today. We will be live later on for gaming. I'm thinking about doing it a little bit early today instead of waiting till 10 o'clock. We'll see. My apologies for yesterday. Yesterday got all messed up with the gaming stuff, but we will be gaming today. Birdman, Georgia's Constitution carry. That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish it was like that here in Michigan, but it's not. They keep introducing the bill, but it never passes. What's up, Cecil? Happy freedom. Awesome. Mr. Beans and Beans, I appreciate it. What's up, Dish Lady? Happy freedom. Yeah, I flagged him, so now he's considered suspicious. So when he goes to other people's chats and he writes, nobody in the chat will see it. The host will have to clear them as a non-suspicious person before anyone can see them. I don't know. Don't be mean to people. Not unless they deserve it, and I don't think I deserve it. I try to be nice to everybody until they make me an asshole, and then I really enjoy being an asshole. It is what it is. It is what it is, okay? I try. All right, so before we wrap things up, let me find what I'm looking for. Do. We're going to drop this in the chat really quick. Real quick. Don't you leave just yet. Boom. Yeah, Mr. Beansy Beans, it's fine when people are being funny, but just to show up and just be ridiculous for the sake of trying to hurt the chat, no, we can't let stuff like that fly. I like how people try to come for my vanity. Like, oh, this guy, he's got 12 people on Twitch. He's not talking to anybody. Like, dude, you don't even if I was, so what? These are my 12 hooligans, okay? You sound mad. You in the chat sounding mad. So, you know, he got kicked in the face with the ban hammer. It is what it is, you know. He wanted it. He got it. He signed up for it. He got what he was looking for. All right, everyone. I dropped the link for the link tree in the chat. Please click the link tree and go to Gilded and join Gilded. It is free. You can get it on your phone as an app. You can get it on your computer. I access it both ways, but I keep it on my phone. That way I get the notification on my phone, you know, when it's time for notification. So go join Gilded. It's free, and it's currently the best way to receive notifications for when we go live, no matter where we go live or what we're going live for. There's a news board on Gilded to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. And there's a ton of hooligans in there to hang out with and chat it up every day, all day, about pretty much whatever you like. Definitely go join Gilded. Also on the link tree, you can find links to the merch store if you'd like to grab some merch. We got shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, and a bunch of other specialty items. Everything is displayed in black and white. But if you find something you like, just click on that item to see all the different colors that the item comes in. We got the Lady Hooligan design up. We got Loud Proud American designs up. We got Pro 2A stuff in there, so you should definitely go check that stuff out. We got new designs coming up, hopefully in the next couple days. I'm trying to work on that. As soon as I get some stuff complete, we'll be adding even more designs. But definitely go check out the merch store. There's 2 of them. One has spicy items that we couldn't put on the first vendor because they kept flagging it. So like, I'm an American and I do not comply, that t-shirt, that's on the second merch store. Go check them both out. There's also links for PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stripe, Zelle, Buy Me a Coffee, and Locals if you would like to help support what I do. There's also a link to the Amazon wish list that is full of stuff that I add on there. I try to add on something at least once a week, if not more. But if you would like to send me stuff, it's really easy to use. Anything you purchase directly from the wish list will be sent straight to me without having to send emails, find addresses, or anything like that. It comes straight to me. And then finally, there are links for membership programs. We have links for memberships for YouTube, Gilded, Discord, Odyssey, Rumble, and Twitch. And then also at the top there, you can see it will give you a free week membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's not going to ask you for a credit card. You're not going to be charged any money. It's just a free week for you to come check out the website that I worked really hard to build. I spent a lot of money to get it built, and I try to add to it as much as I can. I work on it. I will continue to develop it and make it a great place, but this will give you a free week to go check out all the cool things we have over there. You'll have access to your own profile for our private social media area. You'll have access to our live streaming area with the built-in chat, and you'll also have access to our advanced messaging system with the ability to text, call, video call, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and the ability to upload any kind of media that's ever existed except for VHS tapes. Now that Salty Ragu said that, I can't not say it now. And that's also where we voice chat. So when we do a scheduled voice chat, which I need to schedule one, that's where we all hang out at, and it's the freest place on the internet. I own the database. There's no one there that is hovering over us, telling us what to do or to censor us. It is a private area, so there's nothing anyone can tell us, what to do. It's the freest place on the internet. Definitely go check out jeffmaclive.com. All right, hooligans, you know what time it is. You know. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans, that's all I have for now. We will be live later with the game. I'm not sure if we're going to wait till 10 o'clock. We might go 8 to 10 instead of 10 to 12. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Either way, I will see you later on today. Tomorrow is Sunday. I will not be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day off. When it is your day off, make sure you take time to schedule time for you. You need to recharge your batteries. The opposite of work is not rest, it's play. It's fine to take breaks. I encourage you to take breaks. Take a rest if you have to. But you have to play to recharge your batteries. So when it's your day off or you got some spare time, go do something you genuinely enjoy. So when it's time to do work, you don't have that burned out feeling. You don't have that I'm stuck in a rut feeling. Take some time for you. That's what I do on Sundays to recharge my batteries, so I try not to get burned out. Sometimes it happens, but take time for you. It is worth it. Regardless of how everybody else feels about you, they're like, man, Jeff's being an asshole lately. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Take your day off to recharge your batteries just for yourself. It'll make you feel better about this life that you're living. I promise. I promise. I appreciate all of you being here. We will be live later on with the game. We'll be live again Monday for Coffee with Hooligans at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I appreciate you guys being here. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership program, or purchased any merch. I appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.
Jeff.